Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Thursday, September 16, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. New York Yankees vs Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore's pitching rotation is allowing the most hits per game, 9.37, and the 4th least strikeouts. There simply isn't a lot of playmaking happening on the defensive side of things for the Birds. If that doesn't change in the finale, it'll be another lopsided loss to close out the series. Jordan Montgomery has been pitching pretty well this season according to his baseball savant page. He is in the 86th percentile in chase rate, 77th percentile in average exit velocity, 71st percentile in hard hit percentage, and 71st percentile in whiff percentage. Montgomery has a 5-pitch arsenal: changeup, curveball, sinker, fastball, cutter, and his curveball has been his best pitch as it has a .179 batting average and a .254 slugging percentage. He faced the Orioles 3 times this season and is 1-0 in 13.2 innings and gave up 4 runs on 18 hits with 2 walks and 16 strikeouts. Chris Ellis is slated to toe the rubber as the starting pitcher for the Orioles in the finale with a 2.08 ERA and only 21.2 innings under his belt. So he doesn't have a ton of experience as a starter. However, that was also the case in his last head-to-head meeting with the Yankees, and he blanked them for 5 straight innings at Yankee Stadium. Our first betting advice is to pick New York Yankees, -1.5. Chris Ellis has been decent this season on the mound according to his limited percentile rankings on his baseball savant page. He is in the 15th percentile in max exit velocity, 45th percentile in curveball spin, 61st percentile in fastball velocity, and 78th percentile in fastball spin. Jordan Montgomery, 3.71 ERA, looked terrible on the mound in his most recent outing against the New York Mets. However, he has played well enough against the Orioles throughout the season for the Yankees to have complete confidence in him taking care of business on Thursday. However, it must also be noted that Baltimore hasn't been the disaster waiting to happen offensively at home this season. They have been competitive at the plate more often than not, with a .253 batting average and .769 ops. Ellis throws 4 different pitches: fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, and the slider has been hit the most as it has a .286 batting average and a .357 slugging percentage. He faced the Yankees once this season and did not factor into the decision as he went 5 shutout innings, giving up a hit with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Our second betting advice is to pick over 10. Chicago Cubs vs Philadelphia Phillies. The hope is that offense can step up and help out Hendricks, as the lineup has also struggled this season, scoring only 4.29 runs per game. Patrick Wisdom has 26 home runs and a .540 slugging percentage, while Ian Happ and Wilson Contreras have combined for 40 home runs, but the rest of the lineup has struggled this season. Only 5 active batters in the lineup have 10 home runs or more on the season, while Wisdom is the only active batter in the lineup with an ops plus of 100 or higher, allowing pitchers to eliminate the back half of the batting order. Over the last 7 days, the Phillies slugger has mashed 4 home runs while batting .444 with 7 RBIs and an otherworldly 1.767 ops. Our first betting advice is to pick Philadelphia Phillies. The offense will try to help out the young pitcher as the lineup is scoring 4.54 runs per game. Bryce Harper has led the lineup with 32 home runs, a .307 batting average, a .421 on-base percentage, and a .612 slugging percentage, while Andrew McCutchen and Brad Miller have combined for 42 home runs, but the rest of the batting order has stepped up as well. Our second betting advice is to pick over 8. Quick reminder, you can get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on our partner sportsbook BetUS after you open an account using our link down below and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES when making your deposit. Detroit Tigers vs Tampa Bay Rays. Thursday's run-in with the Tigers gives them an opportunity to avenge a previous loss, along with avoiding a third consecutive series loss. On the mound, Detroit is 19th in team ERA at 4.43, 22nd in WHIP at 1.37, and opposing hitters are averaging .253 at the plate against Tigers pitching, which is 23rd in baseball. Tarik Skubal is the team leader in victories with 8 and in strikeouts with 160. Getting the nod on the mound Thursday for Detroit will be Tyler Alexander. This season the left-hander is 2-2 with a 4.09 ERA and 71 strikeouts. The Rays' high-powered offense might have to score a bunch of runs to keep things close with a Tigers team that's suddenly firing on all cylinders. They certainly have the bats to do as such, with the team ranking 5th in the league in isolated power, .186, and number 1, with an average 5.37 runs per game. However, it must be mentioned that the Rays are clearly hitting the ball on the road better than they have been at home. It'll be interesting to see if that plays a factor in Thursday's game as well. Our first betting advice is to pick Detroit Tigers. Tampa Bay is holding its own at the plate, and although the Rays' team batting average is only 15th, .241, and the slugging percentage is 7th, .427, Tampa Bay has scored the most runs of any team in baseball, with 778. Austin Meadows has 99 RBIs to lead Tampa Bay, but close behind is Brandon Lowe with 85 RBIs and a team-best 34 home runs. Tampa Bay has 10 players that have hit 10 or more home runs. Left-hander pitcher Tyler Alexander had a hand in the series victory by leading the charge in the opener last Friday. The 27-year-old Chicago native held the Rays to 5 hits and only 1 run in 4.1 innings of work in that game. He hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs in his last 5 games. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles himself in a rematch on the road against the league's number 1 ranked run-scoring offense. Our second betting advice is to pick over 9. Houston Astros vs Texas Rangers. Framber Valdez has been doing well this season, according to his baseball saving page, as he is in the 91st percentile in curveball spin, 85th percentile in XSLG, 79th percentile in barrel percentage, and 67th percentile in ZERA. Valdez has a 4-pitch arsenal: sinker, curveball, changeup, fastball, and his curveball has been dominant as it has a .132 batting average and 82 strikeouts. He faced the Texas Rangers twice as he is 2-0 in 13 innings and allowed 2 runs on 3 hits, with 7 walks and 11 strikeouts. Texas hit 3 home runs in Tuesday's victory, coming from Adolis Garcia, DJ Peters, and Nate Lowe. Garcia leads the Rangers with 30 home runs and 81 RBI on the year. Overall, the Rangers have struggled offensively, ranking 26th in MLB with 155 home runs, 28th averaging 3.9 runs per game, and 29th with a .231 batting average. Our first betting advice is to pick Texas Rangers plus 1.5. Glenn Otto has not pitched enough this season to factor into the percentile rankings on his baseball saving page. He has a career 5.6 barrel percentage, 85.6 mph exit velocity, 3.07 ZERA, and 3.6 walk percentage. Otto also throws 4 different pitches: fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, and his heater has a .333 batting average and a .429 slugging percentage. He faced the Astros once this season as he went 5 shutout innings and gave up 2 hits and 7 strikeouts in a no decision. Our second betting advice is to pick over 9.